When it comes to the target date they originally set, are you on that date? Are you ahead of the schedule, or where would you say you are? I know you won't tell us the date, but where are you in terms of the target date?
Yeah, I think I would say definitely ahead of schedule. I think there's been kind of like a timeline that you try and follow, and you try and reach each kind of check mark or progression faster than the day they set. So been doing that for a little bit now, so I think for sure ahead of schedule.
So how nice was it to be back on the ice with teammates?
It feels good, obviously. It's good to feel normal again and be out there with them. And obviously today was a little bit of a lighter practice. They were getting ready for tomorrow's game, so but it was still a lot of fun to be out there with them.
How's everything feeling in the area? I mean, I know you wouldn't be out there if it didn't feel fine, but just now that you're using it in a full practice and everything, how did it feel?
That feels really good. There hasn't been any pain with it. Basically since surgery. I mean, obviously a couple of days after, but it's felt pretty good for a long time. But obviously, we just gotta wait for it to heal.
Is that difficult to have it feeling good, but sort of listening to the doctors and taking their advice on the timeline?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's a little bit different because it's it's not like last year with my hand. It's in a cast, and it's broken, obviously. But when it feels so good, it's why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? But obviously, doctors know what's best, and we do X-rays pretty frequently, so we know what's going on, and they're pretty good. So it's their job to worry about that.
How would you say the other part of your game feels, just in terms of the legs, the foot speed, the stamina, all those sorts of things? How do you feel in that regard?
Really good. The good thing, I guess, about this injury was an upper body injury, and you can still keep the legs feeling good. I think I was on the bike 4 days after, so that's no excuse to come back out of shape or anything like that. So I feel really good with my legs and all that.
They say, okay, you're going to have to do a bunch of battle drills first to make sure you go in the corner and guys are pushing you and tugging you and doing all those things.
Yeah, obviously there's still a process that I have to go through. Today was kind of just the first step of being on with the guys, and we'll just kind of go from here, taking contact and doing all that. So we'll see how fast that moves along, but obviously just today it felt good to be back out there with them.
When do you want to go?
I'm not the guy to ask for that. I think you guys all know the answer to that, but like I keep saying, it's the doctors, and they know what's best and when it's safe, and obviously you don't want to come back too early, but at the same time you don't want to come back too late and waste a couple of games or anything like that. So it's a fine line, and that's why they get paid to do that.
Looks like your stick handling's still pretty good. That first little drill you did along the boards there, where you were the last guy standing and everybody else was out. Practice there, your stick handling's still pretty good.
Oh yeah, it feels pretty good. I mean, I've been on the ice here for a little bit now, just by myself, and I'm shooting normal, and the hands feel as good as you'd expect, I guess. So I guess it's been all positive so far.
Will your only concern be when you come back that the league's been up and running for 2.5 months or whatever it is, and you were just going really good, now you're going to start again, and everybody's warp speed, because it's going to be January sometime. You haven't played since then.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the guys, everyone around the league is probably in a little bit of a groove, obviously, now that it's kind of the middle of the year. So, it's going to be a tough comeback. I mean, obviously it's never fun coming back from an injury. I think anyone will tell you that. So, obviously coming back from the middle of the year is a little bit different because everyone's going so well. But, start over and can't worry about it.
What's the game look like from the press box? You sat up and watched.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good chance for me just to kind of study the game a little bit more and get a better understanding for it. I mean, obviously I'm still a young guy in the league trying to learn everything, and I've been trying to use the time to study the game and understand certain situations a little bit better. I think that way it's been positive. It's been a good opportunity to do that.
Connor, the team's been on the road a fair amount. What's the time like when they're gone, where maybe you don't have teammates around, you're skating a little bit each day, but you can only be, how have you been filling your time, and how maybe agonizing is that?
It's not the most fun thing to be stuck at home while everyone's gone, but I've been really good. I've had a couple of friends come out just to visit and keep me company, and it's been really nice. And but at the same time, you obviously miss the guys, and it's not fun to watch them and compete, and you obviously want to be out there so bad to be with them and all that. But like I keep saying, just gotta wait for it to heal and come back healthy.
Taylor said, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 days after the injury that you were a little bit grumpy around the house. That it was pretty clear that you were pretty grumpy about things. Did your mood improve as time went on, or is that kind of just the way it's going to be when you're hurt?
I think obviously there's, that's just the way it is. You're upset. I was really upset. Obviously, I think anyone would be, but there's obviously a time where you have to just put it behind you and start looking at the kind of the positive sides about it. Getting a chance to rest and come back. When everyone will be, a little bit tired during, a long, grueling year. I'll be fresh near the end. So I think you just got to start looking at the positives, and obviously it's tough to do that in situations like this, but you got to do that to the best of your abilities.
I think he's on schedule. At least the involvement that I've had with the medical staff and the rehab people and Connor himself, he seems to be on pace. And like I said, I think yesterday morning his spirit's really good, and that's a positive thing. I think he really enjoyed practice today. As we go forward, he'll probably take more and more on every day until he's ready to play again.
Yeah, he's smiling. Like, I live with him, obviously, so I kind of know what he was going through. But it sucks being away from the team when you're hurt and you feel like you're not involved. So I think he's liking being back out there, and I think he had a big smile on his face the whole time.
It seems really obvious, Todd, that Connor is in his element and happiest on the ice with his teammates. It just seems obvious when you see it.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. He gets to stay away from you guys. So, but hockey's his game, just like the rest of the group. If you're coming to the rink and it's the arena, the rink, the locker room, the ice surface gives you relief from everyday life, boy, you're in a good spot. If you're coming to the rink and it's work and it's taxing and you're not enjoying it, can't be a lot of fun. And I think Connor has a lot of fun when he's at the rink.
Taylor had said maybe 4 or 5 days after he got hurt that he was grumpy, like around the house, grumpy. Like how did you find him in and around the house and just sort of away from the rink, having to go through this?
Yeah, grumpy's a tough word. I think he was just disappointed, honestly. He was really disappointed with what happened. He was having a good run going there. He was just getting his feet wet in the league, and then obviously that happened. So I think he was moping around a little bit, but I think once he got in his head that he was going to be out for a bit and that he had to put in the time in the rehab to get back, then he was better. But he definitely was, I think, moping around a little bit.